than anything that remotely resembles the real us, right? The Asset Master class was designed to help women learn what makes them unique, being that God created them to being who God created them to be. Its core objective is designed to get to the foundation, the bottom, the root of who you are as a woman in every area of your life, more than just mentorship. This is not just a mentorship club. It helps women to understand what makes them think the way they think, act the way they act, and do the things that they do. As women, we all come to that point in our lives where we either are going to give up or move forward. I don't know about nobody else 2024, but that point may have come. The Asset Masterclass is a perfect tool to help you see where you are right now, formulate a plan, and stick to it. From self affirmations to finding your personality and temperament style, you will learn that even your weaknesses can be turned into strengths. The Asset Masterclass will also show you how to take those wishes you made upon a star and turn them into a 5-year tangible plan of action that can forever change the course of your life. Lady Jocelyn Williams has labored over every aspect of this course to ensure that it's not just another ladies' gathering, because who needs that, right? Or a self help class. Her unique strategies on reconstructing your thinking and making yourself accountable to the vision you have for your life are cutting edge. No one else is doing it like Lady J. You may ask, how can I promote this course to someone else? I made the investment in the Asset Master class and set my life on a course that I never imagined it would be on. The commitment to change non producing habits and finding out my strengths and weaknesses have helped me to see myself as an asset and not become a liability to myself or to others. The key elements I learned on how to disband the negative voices in my past that were holding me back and I didn't even know, and to embrace my own positive voice have forever changed my life. The Asset Master Class is the best investment, hands down. A woman who wants to truly live in and on purpose can make for herself. And hey, if you're not convinced yet, just keep listening. We all are the proof that Asset Master Class is something that every woman needs and should have not only in their purse, but in their life.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Deaconess Latoya, for sharing what Asset Masterclass is all about. That was amazing. And it's always good to hear the perspective of someone who has been in there. You've been there since day one. So hearing your perspective was amazing. And like she said, if you aren't convinced yet, just hold tight. Hold tight. We got a little bit more information and a little bit more perspective coming at you all. So next, we've heard what it is, and now we're going to hear who it's for. We're going to hear who it's for. So who is the Asset Masterclass for? And we're going to have one of our asset grads, our future asset grads, come in. Miss Esther Marcelin. Esther, are you ready to share who is this Asset Masterclass for?
Absolutely, absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Well, if you've asked that question and hearing all the great things this asset class does, as Deaconess Latoya mentioned, this masterclass was designed with the average woman in mind. She may be the working mom who invests more time in her kids than herself, the single woman trying to discover who she is before connecting with someone else, or the supportive wife who has lost her individuality. She may even be the first lady who constantly imparts into the lives of countless others but neglects herself, the woman who starts projects but never finishes them, or the divorcee who hasn't seemed to pick up the pieces of her life and start over. She could even be the woman who has lost a loved one and has been cruising through life aimlessly. Or perhaps the woman who does not recognize her worth or has overlooked her potential for long enough. If she's ready to rediscover her potential, this masterclass is for her. The question is, are you her? We all were her. We saw ourselves reflected in these descriptions. We resonated with the experiences and challenges mentioned. This masterclass spoke to our being. This masterclass was for us and is designed for you. That's who this masterclass is for.
I love it. That was perfect. And can I plug this? It sounds like she might as well be me. Plug for my mom's book, The Asset Coach herself.
Absolutely.
Wrote a phenomenal book based on the Proverbs 31 woman. And it's like, well, she doesn't have a name. She might as well be me. Sounds like you can apply this right here. It might as well be you. You are that lady. You are that woman. You're that person who needs this. All right. So we are moving. We are moving forward. And again, if you have not shared this, go ahead and share it now. The links are available. The link is available on Lady J's Facebook page. Thank you again, Esther, for sharing that with us. Now we are going to enjoy this bio video about our amazing asset coach herself, who will be sharing today's commencement speech. So tune in right now.
Hey everybody, I'm Jocelyn Williams. I am a wife, mother, pastor, author, motivational speaker, and your asset coach. What inspires me most is women discovering their truest potential. At a young age, I struggled with low self-esteem, but I masked it with confidence. I had a complex due to having a lazy eye from birth, an extreme case of acne during puberty, and even into my adulthood, as well as I was always the shortest person. People thought I had all the confidence in the world because I had this bubbly personality, but inside I thought very low of myself. I talked myself out of opportunities due to my own insecurities. But in 2014, I wrote a book called She Might As Well Be Me, and it is the 21st century Proverbs 31 woman. This writing was so therapeutic to my self-esteem. That moment changed my life forever. My perspective changed from the inside out. A glow radiated from me that attracted others to my beauty versus my flaws. I became my greatest cheerleader and others joined the team. I now use my testimony to help other women get their confidence back and become the best version of themselves. Through my message, my desire is to reach women who struggle with low self-esteem, low self-worth, image complexes, and those who never make time for self-development. Those who connect with me will gain confidence. You will learn how to accomplish your goals, discover your unique, and be transformed from the inside out. To find out more about me and what my ministry provides, find me on social media and on my website at www.jbwministries.com. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. And I'm not blonde anymore, y'all, okay? But she still what? She still has confidence, right? Listen, welcome again. I'm really excited. Esther, that was beautiful, what you read, and Toya as well. The moment has finally come, and those of you that are attending, of course, you'll be a part of the commencement speech as well. But this is my opportunity to really just pour into you all right before we actually do the CAPE ceremony, because it's just something I know typically when we have these moments, if not everybody, most of you have said, okay, what's next? Like, it's that whole, like, you got me going now. Like, I'm excited. My confidence is up. I'm ready. I'm talking to the whispers and the negative voices and all that kind of stuff. Now, what's next? What's part two? And so this is just my way of concluding everything. And then, of course, I just like to invite others to be a part, because I believe that they too can benefit from, this moment. And so I'm not going to be long. Of course, we're going to be here till 11 o'clock. But again, this is just me pouring into you and basically describing what this caping moment is all about. So it's embracing your unique. You now have superpowers. Let me pause there. Okay, I need you to take that in, okay? The superpowers are your details. So, people pay for what's different, not what's similar. If I go to a store and I see something that's different that nobody has ever had, I don't care how much it costs. Let's do it, because I want to be different, because everybody else is doing the same thing. So I want something that is different. Unique means being the only one of its kind, unlike anything else. Now, its synonyms are distinctive, exclusive, uncommon, unusual, peculiar, eccentric, one of a kind, special, limited edition. All of those are synonyms to being unique. I want you to brag on yourself just for a little bit. Find somebody in your house, I don't care who it is, or just say it out loud to yourself. Say, I am uncommon. Say, they don't make them like me no more, okay? They don't come like me. I am one of a kind. Find somebody. See you, Esther. You probably shouting at one of your kids. I'm uncommon. They don't make them like me no more. They don't come like me no more, right? I am always amazed when I think of how God created a world that's so filled with incredible diversity and variety. There are different colors, there's different tastes, sounds, food, scenery, animals. But one area that is especially intriguing to me is the variety of people that God has created. The fact that everyone is so different, yet so much alike. There's no two of us alike. You may know a set of twins, and as much as they may be identical, there are still so many details and differences and things that are special about those particular twins. Right? Anybody ever people watch? Raise your hand. My name is Jocelyn Williams. I am a people watcher. Yeah, I'm a people watcher. And so I admire the beauty of others. And sometimes I wonder why God was so creative when he made some people. I know I had that thought too, so don't judge me. Was he trying to be funny? Okay. You get that. You'll get that when we log off, right? We are all so different though. I'm so glad. I don't want everybody walking around with my face. That's boring. Right? So we are also different. We are also unique and beautiful in our own way. And so embracing that, embracing the details is what takes it to another level. But sadly, we live in a world filled with copycats and counterfeits and perpetrators and wannabes and could-be's and fakos. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm gonna just make it one today, okay? We live in this world where everybody trying to be somebody else. And it is so refreshing when you come across someone that is unique, when you come across someone that has tapped into their authentic nature. They're not trying to be nobody else. They're not trying to be somebody else. They are comfortable in their own skin. You know anybody like that? They're just comfortable. They're not trying to be this person or trying to be that person. They are comfortable in their own skin, right? That amazes me, because such detail that God put on the inside of us in our design, yet only a few of us recognize it. Some of y'all need to sit with that. Some of the attendees need to sit with that. Only few of us recognize how special and how detailed we are. Because what happens is we ridicule the thing that makes us different. Because everybody else is the same, and we think because everybody else is doing it that type of way, we feel like, well, now I look like the oddball. You supposed to. Don't nobody want everybody looking alike. The difference is what makes you fabulous. The difference is what makes you great. So learning how to embrace those differences and not talk about them, not feel a way about them, but realize this is the thing that makes me stand out. This is why nobody else can be me. As much as me and my daughter look alike and everybody say it, she's a whole nother woman. Little girl. She's not a woman, she's a little girl. Okay. She's only 13, right? And I'm my own person. We may look alike, but we are completely different. So we walk around looking like one another when we have original potential. I'm gonna say that again. We walk around looking like one another when we have original potential. Can you just say that right where you are? Say, I am original. I'm talking to the assets, but all those that are attending as well, I want you to say that whether you are in your car watching this ceremony, say, I am original. There may be some carbon copies out there, but baby, every carbon copy has an original. That's me. That means they may try to look like me. They may try to talk like me, but they could never. Yeah, I'm done with the sentence. They could never, period. They could never do it like me, right? So in Psalms, Psalm says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Say that right there. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Of course, I'm going to be forever found in the word of God. Marvelous in the sight of God. That's what Psalm says. David wrote these words about himself. He was admiring his own beauty when he penned these words. And God created us from the inside out. Many times we focus on what the outside looks like and we neglect that there's so many details that's on the inside that you haven't even tapped into. We were created with nothing missing, nothing lacking. What you were destined, put on this earth to do is already locked on the inside of you. You're not waiting for this, okay, God, now drop it on the inside. No. From the dirt. Okay, it's ladies, so I have to say from the rib, right? He created us. He made us from the inside out. It's not just the outside, but the inside. God created us from the inside out. No half-stepping, no leftover dirt. Perfectly whole. Somebody shout that, I'm perfectly whole. You gotta believe that for yourself. I'm perfectly whole. There's nothing missing about me. When you try to be someone else, you limit yourself to being a carbon copy when God only creates originals. The Almighty God that put all these details on the inside of me, why would I try to look like one of his other creations? No, ma'am. I am the original. He didn't make one like me. So I tap in to what makes me unique and what makes me original. You ever met someone who was trying to be someone else? How do they look? How they look? Look out of place. You look like you don't know what you're doing. Stop trying to be somebody else and just be yourself. We say it to children, but I'm saying it to the adults. Be yourself. Stop trying to be somebody else. God only creates originals. Can you say that? God only creates originals. And I am one of them, right? Carbon copies are just a reminder that there's an original walking around here somewhere. And I'm not going to be nobody's reminder of someone else. It's just not going to happen. I'm too fabulous for that. And that's the mentality that we have to have. So I want to share this fun fact and kind of take you back to school just for a little bit, okay? Do you know, any kids on here? I don't think so. But do you know how many sperms you fought to get here? I said it. 40 million to 1.2 billion sperm cells are released during heated fellowship among husband and wife. Y'all catch me in the Holy Ghost, right? 1,000 of these reach the inside of the fallopian tubes. So we went from billions to now 1,000. From the 1,000 sperms entering the tube, okay? This is real. Only around 200 actually reach the egg. So in the end, there's only one lucky, I'll say favored. Let's not use luck because I don't believe in luck, right? There's only one favored sperm that makes it. The sperm out of this group of 200 makes it. So you started as millions trying to get it, right? Then thousands. Then we had hundreds. Then one out of the 200 actually penetrate and fertilize the egg. You are that one. Okay. So from the beginning of time, I was supposed to be here. So for all of y'all that, okay, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to be here, that God will hear. You would not have been here if you weren't supposed to be here. You made it from the beginning. I was supposed to be here. I was the chosen one. I was supposed to be here. So I'm painting this picture for you so that you can realize the details in your creation. Some of us, many of us, majority of us take it for granted. Even the hairs on your head are numbered. I'm not talking about the total number. I'm not talking about the total count of strands. I'm talking about the strand that fell into the sink. God knows that was strand 757. If you got a lot of hair, I don't know, okay? He knows it. Whether you wear the weaves or not, he knows what strand comes out. He has counted out. I mean, I care about y'all and I love y'all, but I don't personally care about the number strand, the number of the strand that fell out your hair. But that's how much God prides himself in how he created us, right? He cares that much about us. Somebody say, God created you with detail. Say, God created me with detail. Say that one more time and remind yourself, God created me with detail. So if God can care so much for animals, like a zebra, every zebra has a different pattern. Did you know that? There's no one zebra walking around here have to feel jelly because another zebra print looks a little bit nicer. No, the ones that you see in the store that look all the same, that's fake. But real zebra material. But real zebra animals, no zebra has the same pattern of stripes as another zebra. If God can invest that much in a zebra that don't do nothing for us, but look good with clothes. I mean, I don't know. Do anybody eat zebra meat? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't know. What is the zebra doing for us, right? But God, created zebras so that they can know too that you are original and you are different and you are unique. I don't want you walking around here like no other zebra. Don't you think he put that much detail into you and I? So we have all a different thumbprint. That's the reason why we can always use our thumbprints to identify us. There's no one pattern that looks alike. We all have a different pattern in our palms. We all have a different voice print. All of our voice prints are different. There's thousands of people in the world. There could be thousands of people in a room. And if someone you haven't seen in 25 years takes the mic, you know exactly who it is. Why? Oh, I know who that. Oh, I know that voice from anywhere, right? Because we all have a voice print. You may say like, oh, you sound like so-and-so. But there's always a slight difference in the way that we sound because we all have a different sound. All of these details. And I'm taking my time to do this because, again, many times we forget how special and unique we are. You don't have to be jealous of me. I don't have to be jealous of you because the things that I have, you don't have. And the things that you have, I may not have. And if I do have it and it's similar, it's still a different touch because we all have a different shape and unique and creation that God created us. All these things demonstrate the detail that God put in creating us. So people that struggle with low self-esteem don't pay attention to details. These are intentional sips, okay? Because I need something. Sometimes I need you to sit with it just for a moment. People that struggle with low self-esteem don't pay attention to details. When you're so focused on what you can't do and what you don't have, you miss out on what is possible. Let me backtrack just a little bit one more time. When you're so focused on what you can't do and what you don't have that somebody else has, you miss out on what is possible for you. So I was born with a lazy eye from birth. I have it, and both of my brothers have it, right? My mom broke the curse when she had my sister Jamina, so she don't have it. So she's not one of us. But anyways, so I was born with a lazy eye, and a lot of that dictated a lot of my the way that I viewed myself and things of that sort. But when I decided, and this is just something minor that I'm using, I was like, you know what? Instead of focusing on how my eyes look because I don't like them, you know what I do have? Full lips. The perfect skin tone to match every lipstick color. So you know what I do? I have every color lipstick you could possibly think of. Gloss and red, matte, all of the color reds and shades you could think of, all of them look good on your girl. All of them. There ain't a color that I found that I can't fit. Why? So now I introduce myself with the trait that I know that I can stand strong on. By then, when I start sharing like, oh yeah, I have a lazy eye, 99.3% of people be like, you do? Why? Because by the time you see all this fabulous, you don't even see the flaws. And if you do see the flaws, I've made them so small because I've highlighted the thing that I do like. So I'm using that as an example to say, even with the inner workings, the things that you do that you feel like, I don't do this that well, but you do that. So why are you leading with your flaws when you need to lead with your ahs? Did y'all pick up what I just dropped down? Oh, okay. Why lead with your flaws when you should be leading with your ahs? I'm gonna awe you. When I come in the room like, oh, okay, we see you. Now, you may not know deep down on the inside, I'm shaking in my boots and I don't feel like I'm qualified for this, but guess what? We're going to show up. We're going to show up and do what we need to do. So that is important when you are stepping in a room, when you are, the way that you think about yourself really does make a difference, and it's how people treat you. And so if you are, the things that, you ever took a picture and then somebody asked you to see the picture, and when they see the picture, the first thing you look at like, oh, I look so fat in that picture. Why y'all didn't put on light? I'm so dark. Why would y'all put me around all these tall people? We are always going to analyze why that picture is no good. Like, do it again. Okay, do it again. You know what I've realized? All of my pictures, I feel I look fat. All of them. So one, do something about it. Okay, that's number one. That's number one. But number two is I stopped telling people take the picture again. Once my smile looks good, I'm good. I don't even look at my body. We're going to work on that in the back end, because now I'm making them take over a picture and trying to correct something that cannot be corrected in a picture except with Photoshop, right? So you just focus on the things that you do like, and that's what makes the difference, all right? So, although we have, again, so many similarities, we have one nose, we have two eyes, we have two hands, we have teeth. Some of us have more than others or less than others. We have all 10 fingers, we have toes. Each similarity is different. And that's how amazing God is. How can we all sit here and look alike but look so different? I don't get it. It amazes me that you would put such detail in Christina and Adriana and Kalicia and Esther, and we all still look alike. But if we're talking to each other, we still have the same two eyes, but our eyes look nothing alike. It don't look nothing like Tina. It don't look nothing like Toya. And all these millions and billions and zillions of people in the world, yet we are all different in some way, even in our similarities. Now, let me pause for the business owners, because that's for y'all. You could be doing the same thing somebody else is doing, but ain't nobody going to do it like you, though. What? Can't nobody do it like you? That's why you have to add a little pizzazz to what you offer as a business owner. So this is what makes you stand out from everybody else. If I go there, I won't come back. So I'm gonna leave that right there. But that was for free for the business owners, okay? Assets, I want you to look in the camera and say, I may look like you, but my details are different. I want you to say it with a little, not an attitude like I feel like I'm better than you, but I may look like you, but my details are different. I want you to say it like how I just said it. Come closer to the camera. Say, I may look like you, but my details are different. Now you can sit back, okay? They're different. And it does not put you down, and it doesn't raise me up. It just says, we are different, and that is okay. The details is what makes us different. So it was at the moment that I embraced my details that everything changed for me. Details made a difference in my life. So I walk around empowering others to embrace their details too. Because when I embraced my details, I had a new walk, new talk, and a new focus, period. In every single aspect of my life, when I highlighted my details, that is what made a difference in my life. When you really grasp an understanding that nobody in this world looks like you, talks like you, walks like you, acts like you, can say it like you, do it like you. Nobody has your story. There's only one me. Say that. There's only one me. You begin to own your unique when you're okay with saying there's only one me. When you can say there's only one me with a smile. Some people can't do that with a smile. That does take training. So I'm not going to act like that is something that some people say there's only one me, and tears fill in their eyes because they don't want to be that me. I don't want to be this person. So now there's some work that you got to do on the internal in order for you to love the fact that you say there's only one me. And I'm fully aware of that. But you have to get to that point that you embrace and you love the details that you have, because that is the game changer for your life. Say, I must own my unique. Say that, I must own my unique. So it's my job to present this world the best version of me. They don't make humans like this anymore. Like you and I, they don't make it like this no more, okay? We are different. God broke the mold when he made you and I. So people can have people only have one chance to see life done in your own unique way. And they miss out on that opportunity when you try to be somebody else or you just sit on your potential. They're missing out on what it is that God placed in you to impact your sphere of influence. The moment you embrace your uniqueness, you begin to impact this world. We were created to make an impact in this world. But you have to first receive that so that you can begin making the impact. So assets, this was the beginning of identifying your details, this process that you've gone through. And sometimes that process is not always easy. Sometimes it hurts in the process because you're coming face to face with some things. But this was the beginning process of identifying your details. As women, especially, we get so lost in the routine of life. We're moms, we're wives, we have careers, we have jobs, being everything to everyone, and then we neglect our own details. But there's peace in details. I'm talking to somebody. When you learn to tap into that unique ability and realize your detail, money is in the details. Ideas is in the details. New relationships. Hello. When you decide, I'm going to work on some things, there are new relationships that are available that you will attract because you are paying attention to the details. Better parenting is in the details. Business ideas are in the details. Things that you do for fun, that people ask you to do, and you don't have no problem doing it. I need you to pay attention, pay a little bit more attention to that, because you could be turning passion into profit. That's not for everybody, because I don't believe that everybody should start a business with just the stuff that they do, because just because you love doing it don't mean you should start a business doing it. But there are some people that enjoy doing things that they do it for free, that they should look a little deeper into that, because that might be a side hustle that might turn into taking over your 9-to-5 job. Hello, I'm just throwing things out there. You take it in the atmosphere and receive it is for you, period, okay? I'm just putting it out there. There's too many of us that we live our lives void of details. You ignore the cape that you possess. Okay. Where my cape? Y'all thought I was going to give y'all a cape and not have a cape? Period. You already know. Yeah, but since I'm the asset coach, mine had to be pink. So I'm going to show y'all on the camera. See this? Y'all can see that? Yeah, that's what I walk around with. So let's go. Let me go ahead and just put this on. I would take a walk for y'all, but it's not long enough for me. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the wind. I got to come running across. I might just have to do that because y'all already know I'm extra. So if I take off running, you know why. I want you to see my cape in the wind, okay? This is my cape on. I just want to make sure I put it. I'm back. All right, I'm back. Woo, I'm back. When I put it on, something happens. When I put it on, something happens, okay? So the moment I realized that I too have a cape was the moment that everything changed for me. The minute someone wears a cape, who's the first superhero that you think of when you see a cape? When I put this on, what you like? Superman. Well, Superwoman, because I'm not a man, right? So Superwoman. But we'll just say Superman just because that's more general. We all have a cape. And just like Superman, it may not be a physical cape that we wear, but it represents our inner strengths. It represents resilience, our unique abilities. Like Superman, we have the power to overcome obstacles, to face challenges, and make a positive impact in the world. So assets, what I want you to do is take your capes out. We all have our capes. This is that moment now. And those of you that are attending, I want you to get your phones out or screenshot it if you got an iPhone, or take a picture of it. And y'all saw how I showed my cape in the camera. Turn it around, show the asset up in the camera so it covers. Okay. I see you. Where my phone at? I gotta take my picture too. Wait a minute. Hold up. Take a photo. Okay. These are the graduated. Clean that camera. Make sure when you post it so it's nice and clean. There you go. Y'all got your capes? Adriana, where's your cape? What is happening? That's crazy to me. Okay. Yeah. So you took a picture of your capes. Okay. So at this time, Alandra, I want you to read what these participants have done. And while she's reading it, I want you guys to go ahead and place the capes on. And of course, you're going to tie it in the front. Go ahead, Alandra.
So every participant has completed the following assignments. They engaged in a personal evaluation to paint a picture of where they are and where they desire to be. They identified voice triggers that create redundant patterns that have kept them stuck. They recorded a pep talk in their own voice. They identify 20 undeniable things they are good at so that they are more aware of their assets. They submitted a performance review from close family and friends. Each asset identified their peak time of productivity to become more productive daily and stop procrastinating. Each asset deep dived into understanding their personalities, which include both strengths and weaknesses, enhancing their relationships both personally and in business. They created a 5-year reintroduction board to visualize their future. They ended with a final exam to ensure information was truly captured. And this is what reintroduction looks like. Congratulations, assets.
Give yourselves a hand. Those of you that are home, we can't see you, but give them a hand. Yeah, when you hear the list of it, you're like, wow, that's a lot that we did. Yeah, in 30 days, right? That's what this is all about. So your cape, now that you have it on, is a symbol of your potential and the extraordinary qualities that lie within you. It empowers you to be courageous. It empowers you to be compassionate and to not stand for and to stand for what is right. So just like Superman, we have the ability to inspire and uplift others through our actions and our words, but to also be reminded of how special you are. Your details make you unique. Your details make you unique. Every time you feel less than, every time you start second guessing yourself, every time you feel stuck, put your cape on. Put your cape on as a reminder that you are amazing. Put your cape on as a reminder that, wait, I might be sleeping on my potential. It's time for me to wake up. It's time for me to get out of this rut. There's too much locked into me. God put too much good stuff in me to be sitting up here playing. So whether we are facing personal struggles or striving to make a difference in the lives of others, we can tap into our inner cape and unleash our superpowers. We can soar above adversity and embrace our true potential and become the heroes of our own stories. So we may face similar challenges by not being recognized for your abilities, but that's the power of self-awareness. My work is not determined by others' opinion. My work is not determined by others' opinion. When there's no foundation of who you are, you'll act according to what others say you are. I'm going to say that again. This is why self-awareness is so important. When there's no foundation of who you are, you'll act according to what others say you are. That's why self-awareness is so vital. So we know Superman, Clark Kent, was a regular person to people. And although others didn't know his capability, that he was Superman, he always knew it. So they may talk about me, but I know I got my cape, boo, okay? You can say what you want, but I know who I am. So nobody could tell him otherwise. Of course, this is asset coach moment, but the pastor in me won't sit still. Jesus is our prime example, who was beaten and bruised and spit on and mocked and falsely accused. Easter coming up, right? So I have to do it, right? Publicly humiliated, nailed to the cross, pierced in the side, all while wearing his inner cape. The people could not deny his anointing, so they tried to take it by killing him, but they didn't take his life. He gave up the ghost because he said, I know who I am. 3 days later, he came back and said, I'm bad. I'm bad, boo. What you thought? You thought it was over? Nothing you can do can mess me up or tear my cape away. I'm always going to have my superpowers. Okay. And so on the outside, people may see something, but on the inside, I know who I am. You don't dictate my narrative. Your cape may sometimes attract jealousy. And you got because being different means you're standing out among others. So one, sometimes jealousy is found in people talking about you. I always say, number one is an odd number. You got to be okay with being odd. You can't do things like everybody else. If I'm number one, it is an odd number, and I got to be okay with looking off. People are going to talk about me. People are going to try to define me, but they can't do it like me, right? You got to keep wearing your cape. You will go through circumstances in life, wear your cape. You may be talked about, wear your cape. Your destination may not always be clear, wear your cape. The audience, I want you to take your phones out and take a picture of everybody wearing their cape. Make sure y'all get me with my pink one too, okay? So y'all can just pose real quick. I'm sure people are going to be taking pictures, so you want to make sure that they get your right side, right? So I'm going to count to 3. Those that are attending, can you take pictures? I want you, of course, to post it on your social media. And I want y'all to post it and say, I just met some real life superheroes. Oh my God, I just met some real life superheroes. So we're going to pose real quick. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Just give them a moment. Just give them a moment. Boom. Okay. So I hope that gave you an opportunity to do that. Again, post, tag the person that you're supporting while you're here. Be sure that you tag me. If you're not following me, make sure you tag me because I want to see it too so I can reshare it. And just, again, post that. I just met some real life superheroes and they literally have capes, right? And tag them. The last thing I want to close with in these last few minutes is when I've hosted this class for the very first time and the ladies that were a part of it, they did their 5-year introductory board. You all know what I'm talking about, and 5-year goals. And I told y'all to shave that down to 3 years, right? I wanted to share something because this video came up from 2019 and I was listing all of the accomplishments that took place. And these ladies that were a part, Alandra is one that were a part of the assets, accomplished goals that they had on their 5-year board in 6 months. Did y'all hear what I said? 6 months. Alandra had a book on hold for 4 years and produced her book. You remember that, Alandra? Y'all see that? Okay, this proof. There's no lies here. Another lady named LaWanda, she wanted to move to Georgia in 5 years, ended up moving in 6 months. My sister Jamina, she turned her passion into profit and started her nail business. This was 6 months after the class. I forgot about all of this. Christina, who's alumni, Christina Wade. Christina started her wedding planning business. This is all after the Assets Masterclass. Why? Because now you have this extra confidence, like, I ain't got to wait no 5 years. We're starting now. What can I do today? Quita wanted to go to school. She decided that, you know what, I'm not going to wait that long period of time. I'm starting school now. The very next month, she told me I enrolled in school. My cousin Priscilla, she was a part of the class too, found a job getting paid the highest amount she had ever been paid. This is in a 6-month time frame. And then she wanted to travel to Panama with her family, didn't know if she had the money, attracted the money. All the family went to Panama. Y'all, this is in 2019. I'm just telling you the power of understanding how powerful you are, how many details, what's on the inside of you. You can attract it even faster when you realize that you have what it takes to go where you need to go. These testimonies blessed me because, you know, sometimes you can just be going and don't even realize it. That's the power of a video. I went back and I was hearing myself go through these lists and naming these names. And I was like, wow. So what is in store for each and every one of you that are here? And I'm getting emotional because I understand the power of details. I understand sleeping on your potential, but I also understand realizing who God created you to be and what you can become. You do not have to settle for one particular thing. I do this and that. I'm a pastor, asset coach, a wife, a mom, a speaker. And those are things that I never thought I was going to be able to do, or never thought that I was capable to do. But when I tapped into my details, when I tapped into how God created me, now can't nobody do it like me. Let me get myself together, okay? Okay? Can't nobody do it like me, period. I love who I am and who I've become. And I think Keena said it in one of her stories. If I knew that earlier, I would have started earlier. But I know it now. And that's when you messed up, okay? You know now. So now I don't have to make up for the time that I lost. I got to go forward with everything that's locked on the inside of me. And so that's what I'm doing. So I want you all to give yourselves a hand, because y'all know I'm a G. I'm going to be doing all this crying. Whoo! All right. All right, we good. We back. Okay. So in moving forward, as I close out, I'm ready to announce our special gift. Now, this is not just for the assets, but these are also for the attendees that are a part of this moment and this experience. The free gift is I am hosting a free webinar. Somebody say free. It's absolutely free. Free. Zero amount of money that you got to pay. Next Saturday, free webinar. This is on March 16th. Is that the date? Let me make sure that I have the date right. March 16th. It's going to be called Unleashed: how to push past limitations and tap into your capabilities. I understand what my assignment is, and this is something that's been heavy on my heart. So I've never hosted anything like this. So those of you that follow me, because I know some of you are repeat and you'll be a part of it, like whatever Lady Jada asked the coach to do, and I'm gonna be a part of it. And I appreciate all of you for that. But I've never done this type of setting in this webinar. And so I wanted to offer it to you all because I always get what's next. And it's a 45-minute webinar. It's absolutely free. Now, there is an option for you to go VIP. Now, VIP, you're going to get a VIP treatment. So you get the access to the webinar, worksheets for the webinar, a private Q&A with me, personal assessment, private Facebook page, and a special gift. I'm always going to give out a gift because I love giving gifts. That's like one of my love languages, right? And so, so the VIP, of course, it has a lot of incentives, but I wanted this to be something that everybody could be a part of. So next Saturday, 10 a.m., if you're here, the same website that you went to book, to register to be here, you could be a part of the webinar, the same one, jbwministries.com, so that you can be a part of that. How many of you gonna come? Because I know my assets gonna be there, right? And then I think there's gonna be a little reunion because I got some other assets, alumni that are going to be a part as well. So I'm excited about it. It's called Unleash. So you're gonna hear more about it. But in this setting, you are the first to know. So you are the first to be a part. And again, it's a free webinar. Okay. I'm going to throw it over to Alandra, but right before that, because we're going to close out. Assets, I love you. Thank you for trusting me to coach you into this moment. I've enjoyed our last 30 days. I know that our journey will not just end here, but I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm looking forward to seeing all that God has done for you. Make sure you turn those testimonies in as you see them unfolding. And as you can see, I'm in that moment now. You want to jump into the flow. So if you're feeling it now, like, there's some things I've been sitting on, I'm going to dust that journal off. And I'm going to go back to those things that I know that God told me to do that I've been sleeping on. I want to announce the winner. The winner that gets the cash prize is, drumroll, LaToya Foster. It was a close one, but LaToya was on it. I'm telling you, she had a virtual microphone, okay, out there in these virtual streets, getting the saints to come in. So I will be cash apping you that. LaToya, congratulations to you. All the ladies that were supportive and attendees that are here, thank you so much for being a part, supporting these amazing ladies. The best is yet to come for them. And I hope to see you all on the other side with the Unleash webinar. Once again, it's free, but there is a VIP option. I encourage the VIP, but whatever it is, get in the room, okay? Alandra, it's on you.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and helping us to celebrate our assets. Let's give them one more round of applause, one more virtual celebration. Drop some emojis in those comments, and let's celebrate them. Thank you, Lady J, Mom, for having me. And let's give Lady J another round of applause. I want you to go crazy. This takes time. This takes effort. This takes money. This takes sacrifice. So we appreciate you. We are so grateful for your yes, Mom. We could not have gotten to this moment without your yes. So thank you for obeying God in this. We are forever indebted to your obedience and to your sacrifice. So thank you. And again, y'all, make sure that you do not miss the webinar. It's free. And hey, if you want to, or not if you want to, do VIP. Everybody register as VIP, upgrade to VIP. Remember, Unleash is next Saturday, 1 week from today, March 16th. You want to get in the room and keep getting these amazing nuggets and this empowerment and this inspiration. So that's all I have for everybody. Y'all have an amazing Saturday. We love y'all. Bye.